Hi students, yesterday in the second part of the study, you read that United States famous environmentalist Mr. Lesser R. Brown in the Global Economic Prospect classified biological system in four categories: fisheries, forest land or grassland and cropland. He says this system helps in providing all the raw material for our industries, but unfortunately, fisheries and marine lives are collapsing. Jungles are disappearing. Grassland has become barren and cropland has lost fertility. The famous British environmentalist Norman Mears says that forests are the powerhouse, and this uncontrolled forest cutting has brought many species to the edge of extinction. It is said that before human species on this earth, it was full of forest, and after human, it would be desert. It is unfortunate that the tropical forest, which used to be the dwelling of many wildlife, are being cut at alarming speed of 50 million acre per year. Our visionary constitution makers have provided special Article 48A directing the states to take steps to safeguard the forest, wildlife, and to improve environment. But our states failed completely to obey these directions of the Constitution. Indian Parliament Estimate Committee has highlighted that India was losing 3.7 billion acres of forest every year, and many reserve forests are in fact treeless. It is also said that the actual loss to the forest is much more than this government estimate. The photographs taken by satellite and from the year by United Nations during 3 years research have threatened that the environment has polluted so badly in many of the 80 countries being observed by United States.
Welcome to Har Ghar Pathshala. This is Surendra Pundir, lecturer in English, Government Senior Secondary School in Naradhar district, Sirmaur. Dear students, we have third part of this lesson, The Ailing Planet, The Green Movement Soul, written by Nani Palkiwala. Here begins the chapter. There can be no doubt that the growth of world population is one of the strongest factors distorting the future of human society. It took mankind more than a million years to reach the first billion. That was the world population around the year 1800. Dear friends, we all know that population explosion is the biggest cause of the present declining condition of the earth and of course this poor condition of human being. Initially, the rate of population increase was slow and there was only 1 billion means 1 Arab population in 1800. It started going fast after that. In by the year 1900, a second billion was added, and the 20th century has added another 3.7 billion. The present world population is estimated at 5.7 billion. Every 4 days, the world population increases by 1 million. Then, just in 100 years, the population became double, means 2 Arab by 1900. But in the next century, 1900 to 2000, 3.7 billion population was added, and now it is astonishing that just in 20 years of this century, we have added 2 billion more people to the world population. Fertility falls as income rise, education spreads, and health improves. Thus, development is the best contraceptives. But development itself may not be possible if the present increase in numbers continues. Dear students, economic development and education can play vital role to put control on the population explosion, as the educated person can better understand the significance of the family planning. So, the development is considered one of the best method of family planning, but the development becomes difficult under pressure of the population explosion. The rich get richer, and the poor beget children, which condemns them to remain poor. More children does not mean more workers, merely more people without work. It's not suggested that human beings be treated like cattle and compulsory sterilized. But because of the progress, rich are earning more while poor population is busy only in child production, which is irresponsible for their continuous poverty and pathetic condition. Therefore, we cannot say that a strong or compulsory sterilization method should be implemented, but a volunteer method should be adopted by the educated people to put check upon the population control. But there is no alternative to voluntary family planning without introducing an element of coercion. Coercion means forcing of somebody to do something. The choice is really between control of population and perpetuation of poverty. The only applicable and practical method of family planning is volunteer adoption of family planning or small family. The forced methods of family planning as are being used in some of the countries and even unfortunately once used in India are hardly human. They cannot be accepted or neither be considered respectable for human being. The population of India is estimated to be 19-20 million today, more than the entire population of Africa and South America but together. No one familiar with the conditions of India would doubt that the hope of the people would die in their hungry hutments unless population control is given topmost priority. Now, the only hope is at the time when this particular chapter was written, the population of India was less than 1 million, but now it has become 1.3 billion, which is more than the population of two continents, Africa and South America. And because of this poverty, majority of Indian population has to kill even their basic desire of good food, good clothes and better shelter, living always in the poor huts. For the first time in human history, we see a transcending concern, the survival not just of the people but of the planet. We have begun to take a holistic view of the very basis of our existence. The environmental problem does not necessarily signal our demise. It is our passport of the future. Now, the only hope is that humans are starting thinking of planet and this shift in positive sign. We now understand the earth as holistic and also are concerned of its needs. This change is significant for the betterment of human civilization. The emerging New World vision has ushered the era of responsibility. It is a holistic view, an ecological view, seeing the world as an integrated whole rather than a dissociated collection of parts. Industry has the most crucial role to play in this new era of responsibility. This new thinking has made us responsible to think of the ecology and world as integrated. As we know, industries are the backbone of progress, but it also causes pollution. So, industrialist has to play more vital role to put control upon the population explosion. What a transformation would be effective if more businessmen shared the view of the chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar S. Woodland, who 5 years ago declared himself to be the company's chief environmental officer. He said, "Our continued existence as a leading manufacturer requires that we excel in environmental performance." Dear students, we appreciate the views of Mr. Edgar S. Woolard, the chairman of one of the most significant business empire, DuPont, that he considers himself as the chief environmental officer. This sensitivity and concern is one of the most significant changes in human behavior and human nature, which is badly required at this particular time. Of all the statements made by Margaret Thatcher during the years of her prime ministership, none has passed so decisively into the current coin of English users as her fallacious words. No generation has a freehold on this earth. All we have is a life tenancy. with a full repairing lease. In the words of Mr. Lester Brown, we have not inherited this earth from our forefathers, we have borrowed it from our children. Dear students, the contemporary Prime Minister of Britain, Margaret Thatcher, announced the most decisive statement. She said that no generation has absolute right on the earth. We are simply tenants and we need to hand over this earth to the coming generation with complete repair of the damage done during the uses. Lester Brown says that the earth or the resources have not been inherited, but we have borrowed it from our children. Means thereby that we need to return this borrowing with interest to coming generation. Dear students, that's all with the lesson. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day ahead.